Hey guys, OGalbina here, bringing you guys our NCP Wi-Fi Season 4 Week 7 battle against Ultra Player and his New York Metagross. Now Josh is a very good player. He was last season's champion. He piloted that ugly bad fish to a championship. So you know he's a good player if he can make an awful Pokemon like DRACOVISH work. But he's a very good player. He's someone that has always really just kind of had my number as well. We've played a good amount of times, and I think I've only beaten him twice. And one of those times I like froze him, and it was pretty bad. So I really, in my mind, only have one real win over Mr. Ultra Player. He's just someone who has my number. But this week is going to be different because we need this win, and we need to potentially move, I believe, what would make us 5-2 and make us in a much better spot when it comes to potential playoff race and stuff like that. We really only need 2 more wins to clinch in a 10-week season, and that's basically what we're going to be focused on. But this is definitely a very scary matchup. Our fish matchup isn't the best despite having Jellicent, but we'll go ahead and jump into it. There'll be a message on the screen and a timestamp in the description below on when the battle starts if you guys want to jump ahead to that. But yeah, let's go ahead and jump into it. After I mentioned that only a good 40 to 50% of you guys that are watching the videos each and every week are actually subbed to the channel, so if you want to do me a massive favor, hit that sub button. It's really easy, completely free, and you can always change your mind later. I'm sure you'll enjoy the content, help us push towards our goal of 500, and yeah, I'd really appreciate it. But let's go ahead and jump into it. Our team at the top of the screen, as you can see, consists of Latios, not Melmetal. Oh my goodness, Latios Excadrill. We're not bringing Excadrill this week anyways, but I forgot to change it from BBL because the BBL size before. Oh, and you are messing up. Latios Excadrill, Scolipede, Jellicent, Sylveon, Moltres, Gigalith, SCRAFTY, Tangela, Zergatry, and Stoutland, while Josh's team consists of Dracovish, Zapdos, Jirachi, Nidoqueen, Incineroar, Tangrowth, Frostlass, Snorlax, Throw, and Hippopotas. Like I said, Fish is very scary. Fish's Run plus Crunch kind of rips through our team. We're not bringing Tangela this week because I don't think Tangela is very good, unfortunately, in this particular matchup when you have things like Rachi and Zapdos and Nidoqueen and Incineroar and all those big threats just, chilling in the wayside waiting for us to, potentially mess up and position ourselves wrong. So we're going to have to basically check it with our Jellicent and the rest of our team. Offensive Zapdos can also be very scary. Like a Roost 3 attack shot is what I expect because he does kind of have to respect the Excadrill bring, because this is probably one of his better Excadrill checks. Now, yes, Tangrowth exists, but Tangrowth is also very iffy versus my team when I have things like Latios to break through it. I have Scolipede, I have Moltres, a bunch of things like that that can pressure pretty heavy. Calm Mind Rachi can be definitely annoying. Life Orb Nidoqueen is very annoying for me to switch into, and a potential Curse Locks in the end game could be very scary. So we're gonna have to, be careful on how we pivot around these things and all that good stuff. But first off, we have our Latios, rocking out the leftovers, Levitate as its ability, Psyshock, Aura Sphere, Calm Mind, and Recover. EVs wise, we got 124 HP, 164 attack, and 220 speed with a modest nature. Now, EVs wise, we are creeping Zapdos and Jirachi, creeping a max speed Moltres. We live 2 modest Sludge Waves if it's not Life Orb from Nidoqueen after lefties, and then we threw the rest into special attack. And this Pokemon's a pretty solid win con in this game. I really do like this Pokemon a lot. We need to chip down the Incineroar, and we really need to chip down that Jirachi if Jirachi ends up coming out. It needs to take a lot of chip for Aura Sphere to really be able to break through it. But other than that, Psyshock and Aura Sphere just kind of rip through my opponent's team. Pretty heavy. We also need to, figure out what kind of Tangrowth it is, potentially chip it down. But again, part of me doesn't expect Tangrowth because I think my team takes advantage of it pretty well between Moltres and Scolipede and things like that. But yeah, that's going to be Latios. I think it's very good, and as a potential endgame win con, we obviously have Psyshock to rip through things like the Snorlax a little bit easier. We actually start doing a little bit more once we start boosting up, but Aura Sphere is a good backup in case that thing starts setting up curses alongside us. And then it also covers the Incineroar and things like that, as well as giving us neutral coverage versus the Jirachi, which I thought was pretty nice. We could have gone Surf potentially, but I figured that this was okay in this specific instance. Next up, we have Moltres, one flying onto another, rocking out with the heavy-duty boots. Flame Body is its ability, Flamethrower, Roost, Will-O-Wisp, and Hurricane. EV's eyes have got 188 HP, 172 special attack, and 148 speed with a timid nature. EVs wise, we have no speed for a max invested Nidoqueen. We live 2 no investment Thunderbolts from Jirachi, and then we threw the rest in special attack. This Pokemon does really well this game. I think this Pokemon is incredibly annoying versus Josh here. We throw off Wisps with ease, very freely. Hurricane is also very tough for my opponent to switch into. Lax can pivot in very easily, yes. But my opponent's only other flying resists are going to be Zapdos, which does not want to take a flamethrower or wisp, honestly, and the Jirachi, which does not want to take a flamethrower or a wisp. And if I could get damage on either of those, I'm in a great spot. Same thing with Incineroar. Incineroar can kind of pivot in on us as well, potentially threaten us out with a knockoff so we don't lose our boots, stuff like that. But again, if I'm getting that unrecoverable chip on Incin, that's phenomenal for my endgame with Lottie. So I think this Pokemon really does force in a lot of things that Lottie doesn't like, and, is able to get a lot of chip off on them. Vish is, scared to potentially come in, catch a big wisp or even catch a big hurricane to the face. Same thing with Lax. Once it gets burned, it's either going to have to rest it off or it's going to have to be Facade, but if it's Facade, that's fine. I have a Taunt Jellicent waiting in the back, which we'll talk about in a second. That won't really have to worry about that thing. So I think that Moltres is very, very good in this game. It also gives me an out versus like a U-turning or like a Scarf Jirachi. If it wants to spam Iron Head and Headbutt and U-turn stuff like that all game, it will eventually get burned if it keeps clicking those as our Moltres comes in. Next up, we have said Jellicent rocking out with the Colbert Berry Water Absorb as its ability. Scald, Dazzling Gleam, Taunt, and Recover. EVs wise, we got 204 HP, max defense, 4 special attack, 4 speed def, and 44 speed with a bold. I almost said impish. With a bold nature. This Pokemon, we have enough speed for instant creeps. Like if it's normal creep a little bit, we have a lot of speed in case of that. I'd rather get a fast call off if we can. And then we have max defense. This Pokemon's going to be our Vish check. We are Colbert because I want to take crunches. I don't expect him to be Choice Vish in any way, shape, or form. Knowing Josh, anytime he sees a Water Absorb Pokemon, he brings Sub. He always brings Sub. What I expect personally is I expect like Sub with Rend, Leech Life, and Crunch. Personally, I think that set actually does really, really well versus Crunch covers pretty much all of my water resist outside of Tangela, and Tangela obviously gets hit by Leech Life, and can actually potentially get 1v1'd by a sub Leech Life set and stuff like that. So that's definitely very, very annoying. This thing is here to literally check that. We check the Lax as well because we can taunt it, stop it from cursing, stop it from rusting, and then just beat it down with Scalds as we go. We check the Jirachi as well. We check the Nidoqueen, and we can also take a hit from the Incineroar, obviously due to our Colbert, but I want to save that for the Vish if at all humanly possible. And yeah, throw off Scalds, get some burns, and potentially be really, really annoying for my opponent to deal with. Next up, we have our Scolipede, rocking out with the Heavy Duty Boots. Speed Boost as its ability, Poison Jab, Rock Slide, Earthquake, and Swords Dance. EVs wise, we got 92 HP, 172 attack, and 244 speed with a Jolly Nature. Now, EVs wise, we have enough speed for Frost Slash that could potentially run max speed because our Latios speed ties with it. We live a max Timid Earth Power from Nidoqueen, even if it's Life Orb, and then we have the rest into attack. This is, in my opinion, our best win con. I think this Pokemon goes absolutely crazy. Once we get it to +2, there's not much that wants to take this thing on. We can set up on things like Tangrowth. We can, it's tough to find our setup opportunities. It's really only Tangrowth, potentially like a Throw, potentially a non-boosted Lax, some things like that, a Rachi locked into the wrong move or something like that. But if we do find that opportunity to set up, this Pokemon is very difficult for my opponent to deal with, and it's also just a very good revenge killer in general. Earthquake and Rock Slide hit a lot of my opponent's team that Poison Jab doesn't, so we can Rock Slide that Zapdos at +2. We're going to be doing a lot of damage, which is awesome. We can Earthquake that Nidoqueen, we can Earthquake that Incineroar, we can Poison Jab that Tangrowth, and just really break through my opponent's team. And we can Rock Slide the Froslass because it technically is a Poison Resist as well. So definitely a really solid mon as an endgame win con in this matchup. Even if we don't get the SD off, if we just chip things down, we could put ourselves in a position to hopefully win with Scolipede. Next up, we have our Gigalith, rocking out with the Leftover Sandstream as its ability, Stealth Rock, Stone Edge, Earthquake, and Toxic. EVs wise, we get 244 HP, 84 attack, 4 defense, 132 special defense, and 44 speed with a Adamant Nature. This Pokemon is here to check Zapdos. Pivot in on it, we do our Stand Boost and our Spadef. We are able to pretty well check that thing with Thunderbolt plus Hurricane, which actually ripped through our team. Otherwise, we have enough speed for a Snorlax, and then we threw the rest into Spadef. Oh, and we also Oko max HP Zapdos with Stone Edge. So if it's not defensive, like a bold Zapdos, we will be able to take that thing out from full with the Stone Edge, which is absolutely awesome. Then lastly, we do have our Scrafty, rocking out with the Lumberry. Intimidate is its ability, knock off close combat, Ice Punch, and Dragon Dance. EVs wise, we got 132 HP, 188 attack, and 188 speed with an Adamant Nature, I believe. Forgot to put the plus. No, Jolly Nature. We are Jolly on this set. This is also a good potential late game win con. Now, I know Dragon Dance SCRAFTY team's a bit odd, but Josh's team is actually pretty slow. We can find an opportunity to get up a Dragon Dance. We'll outspeed a majority of things. We outspeed Zapdos and Jirachi at +1. I didn't want to go all the way to outspeed Frostlass because we actually set up all over Frostlass, so I'm not super worried about that. And we have Lum, so we can set up a second Dragon Dance on it and actually go to town on, you know, Mr. Josh's team, which could be really nice. We live 2 Life Orb Ice Beams from the Frostlass, so again, we'll guarantee people set up on that, and then we have the rest in our attack. And yeah, that's basically going to be our team this week. Let's jump right into the battle. All right, guys, here we are with the battle. We are connected with Mr. Jish. Let's see what he brought. He probably brought a Weakness Policy Jirachi, looking at the stupid fucking title of his competition. Oh, there it is, baby. I'm actually really scared of that set. Nobody like says it out loud. I'm terrified of it. But let's go ahead and write down his team. I just pulled up that, even though I already have a notepad. Okay, there we go. He got DRACOVISH, Zapdos, Snorlax, Nidoqueen, Tangrowth, and Jirachi. He's gonna get me again with that fucking Jirachi. I can just feel it in my bones. I feel it in my bones. My SCRAFTY actually does phenomenally in this game. SCRAFTY does great. I'm very excited to see him put in some work. I think I am gonna lead off with my no, I think it's my best bet to lead off with my my Gigalith. Yeah, I think it's my best bet to lead off with my Gigalith just because of the fact that I don't lead well versus Zapdos, and I think Zapdos is a pretty free lead versus me when he sees no ground type. So we gotta be careful about that. But yeah, let's see what we can do. Good luck. Have fun to Mr. Josh. Hopefully we can pull out a dub here. That'd be great. But I'm not expecting this very tough matchup. And look, I'm very underprepared for Cosmic Power, Store Power, Moonblast, 4th move, Garage. Very underprepared. He could potentially not bring that because he's scared. Excadrill. Sally. That's best case scenario. Okay. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get up rocks. Yeah. Let's go ahead. Get up our rocks. If he goes into the Jirachi, I'm not gonna Earthquake it. I want to scout and see what kind of set he is initially. I can go into my Jellicent and Taunt and then start scalding and wearing it down like that. It shouldn't be able to beat me 1v1. If he is the Story Power set, and I'd rather get that information, not have that information. And I don't think he stays in here. I could have Stone Edged, but this also covers a Tangrowth pivot, a bunch of different things like that. Here's my best bet, at least right now. Let's see what we can do. And I can't proc his weakness balls with my Jellicent either. That's great. I'm gonna Volt Switch. 121 down to 190. Jesus, that's a lot of damage. So that's 70 damage. Let me see. Zapdos, 70 damage. I'll be able to gauge investment. Volt Switch. Let me see. It's modest. He's Specs. He's for sure Specs. Wow. Well, part of me wishes that I brought, what do you call it? Part of me wishes I brought Excadrill now. That's tough. I figured he'd be a little bit more defensive, but I guess he has this to potentially check an Excadrill. We're gonna get our lefties back. Shows me that he's not lefties himself, which is good to know. And I don't think I want to take a hit on this. I don't. Now I do expect a knockoff out here, which is really annoying. Knockoff is like worst case scenario. However, there's like a Scolipede here. I think I'm gonna go Scolipede. His only rocker's Nidoqueen, which I feel like I can pressure. And we can use this to break and then try and Moonblast, which I think is pretty nice. We know that he specs Zapdos too. I expect a knockoff here though. Yeah. He's gonna knock off our heavy duty boots. He's gonna slowly get you down by the sandstorm. I want a sword stance. See. Our Scolpede at +2. A jelly scent. Not a jelly scent. We have a jelly scent. Tingro. Who's staying? Knock off. Wow. Okay. He's potentially in range. I don't know if I want to get greedy here. I don't think I really can. Now, if he's max Fizdef, this is a roll. Actually, if he's max Fizdef, he might live this hit here. Yeah, he's max Fizdef. Helmet, that sucks. We should have SD'd again then. As we're gonna get buffeted by the sandstorm, as is he. That sucks. Because he's gonna live, and he's gonna be able to save that thing. That super sucks. Okay, let's see. Zapdos, an offensive spread. After rocks. Wow. Okay, that sucks. That really fucking sucks. SCRAFTY. We don't even kill with the +1 Ice Punch, so like it's not even worth going into yet. We need 2 rock switch-ins. So I think I'm just gonna go into Moltres. Oh, that really fucking blows, dude. Now, part of me really, really expects that pivot. Really, really expects that pivot. I don't think you save... do you save this? Maybe I should just Flamethrower. Maybe Flamethrower is a little bit more drawback. Less drawback. Damn. I'm really upset with how I played that. Oh, dude. I should have SD'd again. I should have SD'd again. It's all good, though. He's definitely thinking about his play. He's just gonna stand. That fucking sucks. That's so annoying. Pain Split. What? What the fuck? Okay. That's so fucking annoying. I'm just gonna Hurricane now. Pain Split. Get Tango, get Tango. I'm very annoyed. I'm already tilting super hard. Hit. Thanks. I figured you would want to save it. Whatever, dude. Whatever. All good. We at least get to give our boots. So, when did Tangrowth get Pain Split? What? Pain Split. He gets it. Interesting. Well, Moltres is gonna pick up our first KO. Okay. Really wanted to use that Mono Breakthrough. Really wanted to use that Mono Breakthrough. I'm in such a bad spot versus the fish, too. I can't really just, like, hard out into Jellicent, because 2 crunches will knock me out. Sally. Zapdos. Take Rocks Chip. Fine. Yeah, and I think I'm forced into my Gigalith. No, I think I'm forced into my Gigalith. Let's see if this is a 2-hit KO. We're at 132. I think Thunderbolt will be a 2-hit KO. 32. Minus. Let's see. Volt Switch. I don't know why he didn't just claim his KO there. That, yeah, minus 66. Yeah, Thunderbolt just claimed him a KO, but whatever. That's all good. If he goes into the fish, I'm just gonna stay and make sure it doesn't get a sub up. And if he goes into the Jirachi, I'm going into my Jealousy. Zapdos is in range. If we can find that opportunity. Yeah, so I'm just going to stay in. Make sure this thing does not get a sub. Now I need to make sure. For lefties, it's not. Okay. That's good to know. Let's see. Gigalith to a Draco. I don't think he's sub now. To be honest. I don't think he's sub. If he's banded, he kills Crunch. If not, he doesn't. Earthquake breaks a sub unless he's like super stupid bulky. And I don't think he will be, especially without the lefties. Like, sub doesn't make a lot of sense if you're not lefties. In my mind. Especially when you're playing sand and you're getting chipped down like that. So, I'll give him a fish. I'll give him a fish kill. That's fine. I don't need this anymore. The Zapdos is getting chipped into range of the rest of my team, so it's just something we'll have to do. He's gonna fish his rent. That's fine. We're gonna go down. He's gonna get buffeted by the Sandstorm. And from here, I just Dazzling Gleam. He does not have great pivots into this Pokemon. Yeah, actually, this Pokemon does really well now that Tangrowth is gone. I'm gonna Dazzling Gleam. I'll taunt the Snorlax if it comes in. Taunt the Jirachi if it comes in. Work Pulver. He's gonna switch out. He's slowly potentially putting himself in range. We're gonna see Nidoking. Queen. Okay. We're gonna get buffed by Sandstorm. My question is, do I want to take this hit? The answer is not really. But I don't really want to take the hit on Latios either. It's my only pivot into Zapdos at this point. Shadow Ball. Okay, so it's a nice mid-ground. Okay, that makes sense. We're gonna take a log from this. So we're gonna Scald. We'll see if he's Black Sludge as well. Love a burn. Give me a burn. Oh, okay. Not fog, not fog. I'm gonna save this. I'm gonna go Moltres. Yeah, I'm gonna go Moltres. We'll see what we can do from here. Okay, let's go ahead and switch. Trying to preserve our dude here. Goes for... Again, I thought he might have Thunderbolt, just to catch us like a mid-ground for that, but so he's gonna elect to get up to rocks. Fine and not fine. We'll see what we can do. This is clearing my room and Pokemon cards. I wonder what those are. Now, as for what I think is gonna come in here, I'm pretty sure I just Flamethrower. Yeah, okay, so we're gonna Flamethrower. It's gonna pop. We're not gonna kill. We're gonna get a burn though, which is dope. If it's Rock Slide. Let's wave. Okay. We're gonna live. And then from here we Roost. Do we Roost or do we just pick our KO? Because at this point, yeah, I think I just have to pick my KO. He's gonna give it to me. It's dope. I'll Will-O-Wisp a Lats if that thing comes in. So we're gonna drop the Nidoqueen right there. If he goes into Fish, gets Fish the kill, that might be decent positioning for us. We'll see if it's Scarf or not. If it's Scarf, and it goes for Crunch, we can go into our Scrafty and Dragon Dance. Which will be honestly amazing. Yeah, if he's Scarf and he locks into Dragon Dance. Crunch. We're vibing. Now, if Jirachi comes out, different issue. Different issue entirely. So. That's what I'm super, super worried about at this point in time. We'll see what we can do, though. Sally is going to be the Zapdos. And I gotta let him pick his KO here. There is not much I can do otherwise at this point. However, if he wants to go for a Hurricane and miss, that's great. I'll for sure take that. So, yeah, Volt Switch is gonna count. That's fine. This gives us Switch Initiative. Volt Switch is gonna go down, but it did what it needed to. So I'm not sure. We need to find that position to get in our Scrafty and click Dragon Dance. We are faster than the Zapdos. There's nothing on his team that will outspeed us outside of a Scarf DRACOVISH, and I think Scarf DRACOVISH is bad. Versus me. I really do. I don't think. So we're gonna see this guy come out. Let's see if it's Scarf to our Jellicent. 86. Rocks. Punch is doing about 63 points of damage. It does not kill us. Scarf. Banded, even better. Even better. He's not a boosting item. Oh, wow. Wait, I didn't put rocks in. Oh, this is 25% chance to kill us. If he's Adamant Scarf. We're gonna Dazzling Gleam, though. Crunch. For Pulver Berry. So I have to assume that he's banded if he kills us. He killed us. Okay. Now I need to see something else. Let's go Scrafty. If this thing's intimidated... I'm gonna Dragon Dance. I think I need to. I have to hope this thing isn't Scarf. If it's not Scarf, then he just got like a max roll. Which is like, even worse. Yeah, he got like a fucking max roll. Okay, cool. We're gonna Dragon Dance though. Maybe we can win still. Maybe we can win. Yeah, he got like a max roll if he was Adamant. Unless he's Expert Vote, then maybe that's a different story. So that's max HP. I'm just gonna close combat. I need to not get static by the Zapdos as well. So we're gonna close combat. I got this thing. We got +1 speed. He's not Scarf Zapdos, he has to be Specs. Based on the damage that he was showing us earlier, he has to be Specs. So I think we're okay. Yeah, it was a 25% chance to kill me if he was max Adamant in that range with my Jellicent through my Colbert. So that's unfortunate. Depending on his item. Again, he could have been extra vote. We don't know. If not, that kind of sucks. It's all good. Maybe we can win with Scrafty right here. If Scrafty doesn't win right here, I don't think we can win the game in general. Maybe Latios can pull it back in some way, shape, or form. If not, fuck. Let's see. To a Jirachi. We kill offensive. Max HP after rocks is a roll in our favor. If he's not Colbert. We do need to knock off that thing. May is gonna come out. Who are you? You are a Jirachi. Are you Boots? Hold on. Yeah, you're Boots. I got rocks, didn't I? I'm gonna knock off. Are you Boots? Yeah, he was Boots Rachi. That's interesting. Okay, Scrafty's gonna pick up that KO. We might be in an okay spot. Oh, I'm really nervous. Fuck. Okay, we'll see what we can do. Maple. Snorlax. You die, my friend. Yeah, I just close combat. So Scrafty might get the sweep. I can't use Scrafty 2 times. Oh, he's gonna try and get the static. Okay. Does this kill offensive Zapdos from 26? I pray to God it does. It does. Okay. Don't get the static. But wait, no, we're Lum. We're fucking Lum. So it's fine if he gets the static. We're fucking Lum. I forgot we're Lum. Let's go. Scrafty is able to pick up a clean little sweep. Let's go, baby. Big DD Scrafty. Able to position itself phenomenally. Maple comes back out. We're just gonna click close combat. And Scrafty is just pick a Latios and Excadrill. Scrafty kill leader time. And that thing's gonna drop. Oh my gosh, that's amazing. Thank God I thought we lost the game. Phenomenal stuff. Great stuff. We're gonna beat Josh. GG's to him. Scrafty able to put on an absolute clinic. That Spec Zap was scary. I don't know his Vish set, but that thing was definitely scary as hell too. And yeah, we're able to put ourselves in a position of win. We were able to break through the Tangrowth. He was willing to give it to us, which is why I didn't think he'd give it to us, because I figured an offensive Scrafty was pretty scary versus his roster. Maybe he didn't think so. But yeah. GG's to Josh. Thank you guys so much for watching. Go check out Josh in the description below, as well as all the other coaches. Drop a like if you enjoyed, sub if you're new, and I'll see you guys in the next one.